Communication with my customer has gone over the edge. I am married, 2 children, an adult son and a small baby. I am on maternity leave, but I work, I do repairs, finishing mainly. Orders a lot, and I have a good income. Nothing foreshadowed the dense communication with the next customer. We wrote, agreed to see the object. After my work on another, he drove up, picked me up, examined the front of the work. I calculated everything, answered questions, all in the framework of business communication. Then he brought me home, said goodbye, agreed on the date of work. And almost immediately Albert began to write to me at first voicemail that he did not expect that the repairman is a young girl, that he is now on vacation, and if you need somewhere to bring, will be very happy. He apologized that he switched to you, asked if it was convenient because the age is the same. I replied that you can be on you. For the offer of help, thank you, but more used to drive myself. He wrote that he thought while he was looking at me that we knew each other, and if there was a window to start work earlier, then please write. I really want to see you again. I replied that I had to unsubscribe other customers who had signed up earlier, and if there was a window, I would text. We said goodbye. All the next day he wrote, I was working. I answered only periodically. He asked what I was doing, wrote that I would not be too tired. Funny. All our communication quickly turned into a friendly one. I didn't understand why, because I was trying not to talk frivolously. He asked if he could give me a ride after work. He picked me up. We drove around the city a bit, drank coffee, talked about all sorts of things. He told me that he was a train driver, recalled some stories from life, from childhood, laughed. Easy communication, and 2 hours flew by like 10 minutes. I said I had to go home. He knew I was married. The first time we talked about my work schedule, I pointed out that I don't go out every day. I'm on maternity leave, and my husband is with the baby if I'm working. A couple minutes after I got home, he texted that he really wanted to kiss me but thought it was a bad idea to kiss me in front of the house. I replied, really not a good idea. Asked when he could see me again. I texted that I could check tomorrow morning for an early window. The whole next day also began with his good morning. By lunchtime I was written off, and I wrote to him that the day after tomorrow you can do one room. For the rest of the day and all the next correspondence consisted mainly of affectionate pleasantries. That's how a customer is. He was more interested in my person than in the repair of his rooms. But for me, he is a customer. I worked and tried to respond to his writing more neutral. But I also liked him very much. It was easy to communicate. He wrote all the time that I do not get out of his head and do not get to switch. And I was thinking about him myself. He started to take up space in my head too. On the day of work he had no difficulties. He brought me, spun around, left. After 5 minutes he wrote that he missed me. How long could I come back? So as not to interfere, asked what kind of coffee I like. I replied that by the end of work is better, and my favorite coffee. He arrived and I had already changed out of my work clothes. We drank coffee, chatted. When I showed the nuances of finishing, he came very close, and I saw a little bit out of it and got ready to go out. Got in the car, drove. I thought home. Asked if I could drive a little bit, still chatting. I agreed. But not for long. When we drove up to my house, before we got there, he stopped and kissed me. He wanted to really kiss me, but I just gave him a touch. I have had affairs and relationships outside the family. I like the feeling of falling in love, the first meetings, kisses, the feeling of a new person. But when I had a baby, I promised myself that I would end this kind of communication. And I held on for 3 years. Motherhood took over my whole world, and it was wonderful. But here comes the surprise. After that day, he began to write even more, and I began to reciprocate, but a little, of course, more restrained than him. Translated conversations on other topics. On my day off, he wanted to see me. He said he would be in town, but we were visiting. I wrote that maybe I would pop out for an hour if I could, but it didn't work out. In the evening, he wrote that he came. Can I? I replied that I couldn't. I was sorry, but that was it. He said he'd come for nothing. I replied that I thought he was going to come on business anyway. On the second day of work at his place, I also prepared everything, changed my clothes. He did not leave. I just started, and he came up behind me and hugged me so hard and tenderly at the same time. I did not even realize for a minute what happened. He whispered that he dreamed about it so much that he was going crazy. But I somehow pulled myself together, turned to him, and told him that it was impossible to distract him from his work. Otherwise, it would not be perfect. He said he didn't care and kissed me. I kissed him back. Worked, he wrote. I did not open the phone. Everything worked out perfectly, and when I finished, I wrote that in half an hour I finish. He came right away, brought coffee. I gathered tools, got ready to change clothes. He did not come out. Turned off the light everywhere, remained dim from the corridor. Said that he would like to help me change clothes. I certainly did not agree. But he kissed me, and so 1.5 hours, said that he had never met such girls. I said that I cannot understand what's going on. Customers for me have always been taboo, only business communication. I said I had to go. He drove me home and kissed me on the way. Then wrote through the night about how he misses me already and would mess up the walls for another remodel to lure me out. This morning texted good morning and sent a picture of my tape measure that I forgot. And I remembered I hadn't taken a video of the after job. Asked if I could go with him tonight. He will give me the tape measure, and I'll take a picture of the result. Agreed, we came. I did not even take off my coat. Filmed, asked for a tape measure. He called me to the kitchen, and again for an hour we hung in kisses. Did not let go for a second. I even got dizzy. Said that everything is like a dream. I cannot believe that I am so in reality. I'm worried that so quickly, before so immediately, I could not let him close. I suspect that he is also married. In the conversation was that he loves children and has a little daughter. He is younger than me, as it turns out by 5 years. He is 30. He is handsome, sensual. I like these feelings so much. I don't want it to end soon. But it's uncomfortable that I allow myself this behavior, having a husband, children. And I do it in secret. I allow myself to be caressed on the side. I'm overstepping my bounds. And I come home with a decent appearance. But he's seductive to me. I like sensual emotions. I want to give him up, but I can't yet. Please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There are many more interesting stories to come. Thank you.